The obvious thing about commissioning a new piece is that you address social issues of the day. That's something that opera has always done, which is, I guess, why there's been so much censorship of opera in the past. So the idea of gender-based violence came up very early in our conversations. There are a lot of operas written in Europe and America. This is not an unusual thing. In fact, it's a vibrant form at the moment. And this process of workshopping is always part of the creative process. We were lucky enough to be able to identify a great composer and a great librettist. We had plenty of conversations about how we might put this together, and eventually we managed to come up with a blueprint, and they wrote this fabulous piece.
This is so amazing to even hear it being sung.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Does this really communicate what both our creators have had in mind? Are there ways where somehow either the text or the music could be altered slightly, which would actually make their overall intentions even clearer? But if anybody else has a thought, please feel free to bring it up and we'll discuss it. That's part of the collaborative process. That the idea that you should somehow expect your creative team to drop a score on your desk and that it's a finished product doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So what we've had the great privilege to do today is to have elements of the piece learnt in advance by some members of Cape Town Opera, enabling us to have a conversation about how effective they are, whether they're really transmitting the meaning that we all think it should be, whether there are things that need to be changed in terms of clarity or pacing or dramatic structure. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I mean, I might also suggest that we overlap by one note or something, Sibusiso, simply because, as you hear, there's always a huge amount of nervousness about coming in, whereas actually, literally, I think if we had ended the orchestra on the first beat of the next bar, it takes their worry away. So we're going to take up again at 43. And let's just give it some breadth as well. Yeah. I'm really interested, as the beginning of this process, to know what sort of tone we're talking about at the beginning.
I had a sense that we start in a confrontational tone.
What she described to me was a scene of ordinary women that we meet every day in the townships and in the villages, coming out to confront an issue. And the energy that I got from what she was telling me is what you hear in the left hand of the piano.
No, but these are very important. These are very, very important things, as you know. You know, for any actor, singer, director, you know, one needs to know exactly what the tone is, exactly what the intention is. That's what we spend our lives doing if we're doing 19th century opera. So why shouldn't we do it, you know, with this, of course? The piece is called Amagokra. It means heroes, or in this case, heroines. And it's a piece which is based on the issue of gender-based violence today, and most specifically focuses on Khwezi and our very own Uyinene, who sadly met her tragic death last year. So it's a very current piece.
We had to create an environment of violence without creating violence, but through words we create the sense of violence. Even if you didn't say those words as an audience member, you need to feel like I almost could have said that also.
We did this to her. We let her down. When we had a choice, we were given the power to protect her, but we let our guard down because we were protecting our leader.
It's the transformative power of opera. I absolutely love that.
Sometimes the music is happy, whilst the content in it is not so happy.
The fact that they are here means that life continues. And I think that is the thing about going to a funeral, is that people are coming together to say goodbye to someone, but life has to continue. So it's not a happy place, but it's a defiance of death.
So it's just getting bang in the center of that F natural and really making it speak, isn't it? I love those sorts of things. I think they really enrich it.
Women are the flower of a nation, right? So we are the beauty of the nation. So if I would say that this nation is ugly, I'm saying I'm ugly, because I'm supposed to be the beauty of the nation. So when I say to Umzomhle, I'm saying you are beautiful, because I'm saying actually I am beautiful.
This music, I wrote it such that that ordinary woman that Chuma described, if she gets the opportunity to sit in the theater and listen, she must be able to relate to the music.
It's always important to have art put out for social commentary. It forces one to question themselves on, what their role has been as a woman, in terms of speaking out against gender-based violence, in terms of being someone who's passed on judgment to another woman, because it happens, it happens unconsciously.
Like, we've run out of options. So why don't we use the tool that we know best of using? As you said, that let's use our voices, let's act, let's put it out there, because the government is not helping us. So yeah.
I'm very excited by the idea that we have a better understanding now of how to take this forward. There will be odd moments that I think we'll revisit, and that's absolutely what the process was for. And I guess it'll go through 1 or 2 more stages before we perform this properly next year, which we're very much looking forward to. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much.